So this is my software, Module 1 of what I've been developing for the last several years. What I'm going to show you today is only based on Module 1. It's very simple about data entry, tracking of seeds and plants and dates for those. Here I'm on the dashboard. I have notes in current week. This is something that's helpful. I know what I'm supposed to be working on this week. It's week 34. Here I have 6 different reports. I'm going to just show you 2. Currently I have current tray days. I have green onions. They're 9 days old. And I have a seed onion. Seed inventory. And if you look closely, I have arugula 4,000 seeds. Tray starts page is where we would add new trays. We started that green onions garden 9 days ago. For this purpose, I'm going to add one of arugula. I'm going to add 20 trays of 200 or 10 trays with 200 seeds, and I'm going to put the start date of the 20th, so it's 2 days old. So I've added it. Here's the row of arugula. Now I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and now you'll see that I have the green onions and the arugula, and you'll also notice that I have the arugula seeds. 2,000 seeds were taken out of inventory. If I were to take one of these trays, sets of trays, and put them in a garden in the system, it's right here. You come here and you select which garden. I'll say garden 17 and a plant date of today. Then I would hit the save button, and then that moves those green onion trays into a garden. The next step that I track is plants in garden, and plants come into a garden either through the transplanting of the tray starts or through direct seeding. And here all I would do is select the plant name, the number of seeds, say 2,000 seeds in each of my gardens. Which garden? I would say 17, and I would say plant date today, and I hit add. So here is a list of all the plants that I have in gardens, and all of these were entered in probably by direct seed. And then I have certain information that I'm tracking. I know how many days they've been in the ground, etc. And I keep a track of the number of seeds I'm using for my inventory. It's very important. The next thing that I track on each garden is the harvest date. So from the day they were put in the soil to when they were harvested. If I want to put a harvest date on the parsley because we harvested it today, I would just come here, select the harvest date, and hit saved. Every single one of my gardens has a harvest date, so I know exactly how long it takes from planting to when they're harvested. And it's helpful because I can know in spring how long it takes, and I can know in summer how long it takes, and there's a difference in how they grow. So the last one that I track, oops, sorry, I selected the wrong one. End garden. So eventually the garden comes to an end, and all I do is I put an end date. So this carrots, let's say they ended today, I'd hit August 22nd, I'd hit save. So those are the 4 pages of tracking all the data for seeds and plants in the garden. I have all this information. I'll show it to you now in reports. When I go to reports, I select garden. I know exactly what I have right now in every garden, their plant date, and how many days in the garden they've been. Beets planted in August, 14 days ago. Mixed greens in this garden too on June 26, 57 days ago, etc. I got some cucumbers, 116 days old. So really, really awesome. I know exactly what's going on at my farm always. Garden history. I can go to any garden and I can tell you what I've planted there in the past and exactly when. I have all the data saved. So garden 1, here's the history. Garden 26, here's the history. And this is important because what I have built into this system, an algorithm. It helps me with my crop rotation. My favorite report is actually this now growing. I can always come and say, on this report, I click arugula. I know I got one garden of arugula in my farm right now. I can tell you how many cover crops of buckwheat I have growing right now. How many mixed greens. I have 3 gardens of mixed greens, etc. Really cool stuff. Really, really helpful. Open gardens. This tells me there's a list. I have 20 open gardens right now. 3 is an open garden, 8 is an open garden, 13 is an open garden. So from these open gardens, I need to plant carrots, and I just click carrot, and it will tell me where I should plant the carrots. I've already decided I'm going to plant the carrots in 3. And that helps, that's part of my crop rotation, so we never plant the same thing over and over again. Inventory, seeds, just cool reports. I'm going to just keep this as it is right now, so it gives you a little bit of idea of what I have in Module 1. There's other things to show you, but I'm just going to keep it to this point.